All right, good evening, everybody. Happy New Week, and we thank God for a beautiful week last week, the start of a new trading year, and we did some analysis last week for last week updates. So right now we're doing the review of what then happened, what we projected, what happened, and then we'll also be doing like a weekly update after we're done with like the reviews. So yes, last week we did like a we did an analysis on gold. So as of last week, market was let me do this. Let me oops. So as of last week, good. Last week we did an analysis on gold, and we had a level in which we were looking at, we're expecting some kind of moves. Wait, hold on, please. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, market moved past this level, came down. Yeah, so I think this was where market started from. Oh, actually, this was where market started from. So we were expecting a push down into this zone before market pushes back up, because we were expecting this high to be cleared and we expected that we should push back up, in which we actually then pushed back up, but we used this level that I said I was actually thinking at first. But I wanted the market to come down, then push up. But yeah, later on, this is what the market did. We had a push up afterwards. Yeah, this was actually it. This was actually the move. So we had a push up, which market ignored our entry. We missed this particular entry. So I got an entry later on, but I couldn't follow up. So there's something we call, when I think we taught that in our what's it called? Our beginners class, when resistance becomes support. That was what happened here. So I got an entry, which is whenever market pushes up like this, sometimes you can just wait for like a retest, then you just trade up. This is a resistance at first, which then became support. You could see immediately we broke through. We had like a push down into the supports, and then boom. In which there was also time to actually get in again, because in most cases like this, market will still give you another entry. But I was not on charts. I missed that. I would have sent the update. You could see market still came down again into the support level to push. So this is like this is a strategy I use sometimes, RBS strategy or SBR strategy. When resistance becomes support or support becomes resistance. Good. That was what happened this week. So and we had a lot of like back and forths later on this week. There was lots of back and forth. And at some point, so I had a setup that I sent in which I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. I would say I am very, very, very sorry. This was the setup. This right here, after the break from this support, we had a push up and a push down, in which this is our inducement. So going down on to like 15 minutes, let me say 5 minutes actually. I used 5 minutes as my entry point. I made a mistake, because yes, we had a breaker block immediately after. Here, we had a breaker block, in which I did a mistake by refining the zone to this level and then I sent it to the group. Later on, I adjusted it, but I forgot to send the adjusted level to the group. So right here, we had like a breaker block entry that I sent to the group. I'm so sorry. My internet had some glitch, and then I had to subscribe to one of my phone internets. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, very good. So like I was saying, I don't know if you heard me to this point. I said I got an entry, which is after the market came into, I was not able to get this level, which is the RBS strategy that I said I have. But when we got I was able to get a new entry. Yeah, the market took a while before it came back to that zone, in which I am targeting this high, for us to clear this high. Actually, yes, that is the level I am looking out for. So like I said, I made a mistake by sending a very too refined zone to the group, in which I later adjusted to something like this, because I took this trade, the team took this same trade. I forgot to send the adjusted stop loss. So market then gave us a very good push to the upside afterwards. Even though it came down, almost hit our stop loss, but not so. And then we pushed well afterwards. So we had NFP last week. That was what even pushed the market a bit higher also. So yeah, I think, let me see. This is where the market is currently. So like I said, I still expect the market to push more higher than this, than this level. So currently we are here. This is what the market is saying as of now. Let's go down to, then we also analyze GBPUSD. This was a good trade. This was a trade that actually recovered some of the losses we had. I mean, the gold trade. So yeah, we'll be doing a new analysis for this week. So you guys should just keep tight. For GBPUSD, we had a let me see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we had what was our expectation on GBPUSD. Sorry, I cleared my chart. So yeah, actually, we were expecting the market to come into this zone, and then we go for a bullish move back to the top. We expected the market to come in and then go. But I think the market had other plans, in which we, eventually, we have not even gotten into the zone. It's a bit valid to some extent, but you have to watch out. Let me tell you what you need to watch out for, which is, when we're about to come down, you expect something like this move, where the market does this. When we go into the move, into the zone, and we have a break of structure, then this is when you get your entry. I feel you should just look out for like a breaker or a other block entry that you can get. You enter in on the retest after you see a confirmation, which is like a break of structure. But yeah, it will be spoken about. So GBPUSD didn't get a trigger last week. We only had a rally up from here, and then now we're back down. EU was a bit tricky. Did some numbers on us. When I mean it did some numbers, we had like loss on the trade. So yeah, as of this time last week, we were expecting, the plan was that the market would, in a way in which I'll tell you why that we had a problem. This was the level we're looking at, that we expect the market to like maybe push up from here, push up from here. So one of the very number one reasons why the market did not go, we can see a double bottom, or should we say, yeah, a double bottom. This is just liquidity trap. When we have a zone where markets is giving us, a very equal lows. Because this is an equal low. So we should have expected that the market would come down and grab the liquidity, then maybe give us a push back up. So, well, I did say we should all look out for confirmations from this zone before pushing up actually. But yeah, this was the first move that we, let's say, took a loss on. Actually, not really, but I just said we should look into the zone properly. I didn't take the trade at first because market open was just inside the zone. I didn't take it. So when the market then pushed, we had some, it pushed down, really pushed down. So the market pushed down and gave us, a very good level to look out for. And then I sent this level for us to actually, enter this trade on. We looked, what was going on? We looked in on this zone. Then the markets, we expected the market to just come down into the zone and then we'll push back up. Market came in, came out. It was just giving some, like a lot of emotional, roller coaster. And then at some point it took us out. And that was the end for EU. So I had to go look what happened, what might be the cause why this level or this did not actually hold, because I expected it to hold. This was a very good, breaker that we tapped into, which gave us a very good push to the high side. And then I saw that on the monthly, you can see we are clearly on a downtrend. So we have gotten to a very, very, very strategic point on a monthly. A very, very, very strategic point. We got into this zone, and then you can see with our very retail sense, this is an M pattern forming, in which this is like some head and shoulder actually forming here too. This is a lot of reversal pattern even like happening here, in which this is the first shoulder, the head, and the second shoulder forming. So this is something, a very good level. That is why we are having this push. This is a higher time frame. It is, higher time frame has more power and more push over lower time frames. And we were looking at the lower time frames for, we are seeing confirmations on the lower time frames, but there's an higher time frame level that is so thick. That is why this did not hold. Just going back to the I saw that, it's a monthly time frame that we are having a very good, push from a monthly time frame. That is why our level didn't hold. So yeah, this is what happened on EU too. This is what happened on EU. For GJ, we expected from this level, we expected that the market push down from here, and then we get in on the retest, but we never got the push down. We never got the break or structure of this level, so the market just pushed higher from there. So there was nothing to actually look out for. That was what we said. We should look out for a push down and then maybe a retest to sell. But now the market didn't give us that. It actually just went up, and so there was no confirmation for anything for the sell that we were actually looking out for. So for USDJPY, this is one of the most painful ones because I should have given an update on this trade later on. So we're expecting the market to push into this zone, and then we buy. But market came, it was doing so much around here, and I totally was just expecting it to come into the zone we're looking out for. But yeah, so the market did something. When it got here, it broke this level. But before breaking this level, it actually gave a very good sign. We broke the level here around this area. This is the part that pained me. I didn't see it on time. Some of my friends saw it, and then they actually called it out. I didn't even see their message on time too. It's until it played out. Like, I just saw the update and I was like, wow, so this market has actually pushed higher. So this level, when there was a break here, you could see the market came down into this breaker block here, in which if I was on chart, I would have sent this update. I would have also tried to catch the trade. Would have gotten in on this trade here, and then still get our 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 out of it here, and then still get our 1 to 4 or 1 to 5 out of it. You could see immediately we tap into that zone, had a very good rally up. So yeah, this is what happened. We never got into the zone we're looking out for. I should have sent this update. Even I was not on chat the time this happened, so that is why we're not sent. So yeah, like I said, gold was like the only trade we were able to catch and then recover the EU loss we had this week. So yeah, that is all for the our review or our update last week. This is the review of all the trades we had this week. So now we'll be going for this new week's update, which will be done by Florence. Mark on you. So Florence, please, and take over. Hello, Florence, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you.
All right. So then, sorry.
So good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
Good evening. We can hear you.
Okay. So I welcome all of us and ideas to the Lord's Suite. So I would really say that for the advanced guys, see, myself, ID, and Brosam, we trade the same. We trade the same style, kind of style. So we trade the same style, right? The same idea of that's how we trade. But I can tell you that what we see differently. So we've equipped you with the necessary things that is needed for success in the Forex market, right? So what I'm saying is that for each and every one of us, what we see is different. We may have the same pattern, but at some point, we see differently. And your opinion is your opinion. Sure, you get. Brosam's opinion is his opinion. ID's opinion is his opinion. So what you are saying, you should backtest, and also whatever you are saying from what we've taught you, from the foundation you've had. So building your own personal conviction and building, what works for you in the market is very important. So I wanted to say that already. So the level we're looking out for, I was also checking it out last week, right? And then that was this level. I was also looking out for it. But as market did not, come down to that level now, they had to be now, you follow the market, what market is currently doing. And that's basically it. So I was able to, although I took a loss on Tuesday, Mondays I would personally naturally just want to watch what market, the tone the market is setting out for the week. So when as market did not get to the zone I was looking at, you have to just follow what the print that market is giving. And yes, I took a loss here. It was a 15-minute trade. So at there I took this. So for what we are looking at, for what me I am looking out for, yes, I can. So let me go to, this is my own analysis for the week. So let me just go to a clean chart and show you. So for me, yeah, seriously, looking at, let's do the what do they call it? Top down analysis. But Sam, are you saying something?
No.
I don't know. Okay. So on the weekly time frame, we are still very bullish, right? So on the daily time frame too, technically we are still bullish. I saw something on H4 that this candle that this push coming, this push is giving us this candle formation from this particular one. It's showing a very, very strong buy. Right? It's showing a very strong buy. I wouldn't lie to you about that. So this particular candle is showing a very strong bullish trend. But for me, right now, yes, I'm still going to look for more buys, right? For more buys. That's what I'm still looking out for. But I'm looking forward to a short sale. And why? Why am I looking forward to a short sale? So this is it. We had this very strong push down, right? That's broke. Someone said it's not you're not hearing anything. Or it's just my own system that's showing that notification. So for me, actually, so I can see a break of structure here, right? For the sell on gold, and another break of structure here for the sell. I'm giving reasons why I'm going to have a short-term sell, right? So I'm using this, right? This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at anywhere above this level. So I'm looking for anywhere above this guy. And initially I didn't have my stop loss was not it's not this entire zone, but I'll be looking at the entire zone. Although Monday I'm going to be watching out for what market is going to do, so that I'm going to jump into the sale as soon as market opens, right? But I'm expecting us to clear out the liquidity on this level. Anything here? Sorry. I'm going to pick it up. So anything above here, I'm going to watch out for, market reactions. Look for sales. That's my own, and I'm looking for a 1 to 4. I'm out. So I do 1 to 4 strictly. So last week, when market got to so I'd had my setup Saturday night after work. So I had my setup and I just placed it when market opened Tuesday morning. I placed it before going to work. So because at the time I did my analysis, market had not opened. So I placed it. By the time market came down to this level on Thursday, you know what it means to wait all the way from Monday night or Tuesday morning to Thursday. So if market is not really printing what you so that you wouldn't get up with caught up with market and price actions and all of those manipulations. Just wait for your setup to play out. So it was not until Thursday. I just opened my phone at work and I saw that market had even put we had peaked and I was already in profit. So anything that happened around there, I just came and I said, wow, market has eventually gotten here and we had peaked. And boom, Friday we tipped it and nice. We moved on. So what I'm just saying is that when you place your limit orders, you just allow the market to, play out, right? So this is what I'm looking out for. I'm looking out for a short-term sale at this zone. Then, although I can see a very strong, buy candle form here on H4, like I mentioned earlier. So it's H4 or D1. And so it's on D1. This candlestick that we used to clear liquidity here and we pushed. So we should still see a very strong bull run, or I'm looking forward to sell, to short quickly on gold around the sun. So, and if I do 1 to 4, I'm good. And if it's another good trade, another good setup, fine. So last week I only had 2 trades. One, the sell that took me out, and that's a +3. So if you have an average of +3, +2 in a week, it's not bad. by the end of the month, should be happy. So then for GU, I'm moving on to GU, right? I'm moving on to GU. So for me right now, I'm just focusing on gold and GBPUSD. So I only have EURUSD here just for charts because my guys who trade EURUSD. I don't trade EURUSD, but it's fine. So this is my analysis that I've done already for GBPUSD. So I'd had this what do you call it? The market was going to take out this level last week, and market took it out, but we didn't push to this zone. So we didn't push. So this move had cleared this liquidity here. So you can see the market moved down, and here there was a break of structure here, right? We saw that on the swing, it cleared, this high, and we had this move. So I was expecting market to, yes, probably this is my inducement level into this zone, or like market just, picked it out, and boom, we saw the push down on GU. So for me, let me go to a clean GU chart so that I can break further. Or I should probably continue here. So anyways, we saw the market push down. You can see a break of structure here. Market push down into this zone. This candle here, use it to wipe out the liquidity here. Let me go down to smaller time frame so that you see better what's going on that level. So we broke structure. We saw what market did. We saw how I showed you how we cleared that level, that liquidity over there. So I'm looking forward that we push down to this zone. If I go down to smaller time frames, you will see. So you can see down here how we use this candle to clear this liquidity at this level, right? And you see what market did. So market didn't really pick anything around this zone. Like we think if I go down to 15 minutes, so that you will see what I chose there as my entry. So if you look at the level properly, so I can't, for me, market didn't really do justice to this one. When we came down here before we went and broke this last high. So I expect us to come down and clear this liquidity. That's what I'm looking at for GU. So otherwise, so I'm looking for a sell down to this zone. So let's see what happens when market opens. So when we get here, I would probably just enter the trade. But let's see what market does when we open. So your opinion matters. So when market opens, look at read price action. Look at what market is doing. You move with what market is printing. So if we are still bullish, so we look for more bullish. We look for bullish. How to join them on the bull run. Then and if we are selling, let's see how this other block here. Let's see how this other block work. And I think this particular one was exactly where my price is. If you look at it. So this is it. So and that's what I'm looking at for GU. So for EU. For gold, I'm looking out for a temporary sell, and for gold, I'm looking out for a buy. So that will sell down to this level, and I will buy. So the market opens. So for EU, looking at your daily, looking at the time frame. Like I said, I don't trade EU, but I just want to see what's going on there, right? Right now, what I can see is that on this level, okay. Yes, let me go to day one. Okay, we're currently bearish at the moment. So for you, I know we didn't take out this eye. So I guess the market should still be probably bearish a little. Then probably you can now look at this. Look at this list. Okay. This is what I'm looking at. This one here. I'll probably take, sorry. So, we look for a buy around here. So, but right now we are still kind of bearish, right? So this level took out the liquidity, the last ice liquidity, and we saw the market pushed down. And then this is another level here. It's broken structure downwards, and another thing you can see is here. So market had pushed down, right? And this is where I'm looking at. So anyways, I'm looking at maybe for EU, maybe you should watch out for this other block. this other block next week. So watch out for this one next week. Yeah, this is D1, but when market opens, we'll see what we would. So, like I said, you can look at this level for your liquidity and this other block for a buy momentum, or is either that the market, moves up to clear all this liquidity on this level and pick something even smaller around this region. So to continue to sell. So whatever happens, and better still, wait for market to open and see what the market prints out. Then for GBPUSD, I don't trade GBPUSD, I trade GBP, but it's a very wonderful pair. It's a very nice pair. GBPUSD. So for GBPJPY, we are still very bullish. This way is very, very bullish. Very, very bullish. I'm so wait for his join. Okay. We cleared this guy out, then we moved. Okay. So that means the possibility of we still breaking this high is very high, because we are still very bullish on the pair, and this guy has taken out this last liquidity here. So I'm saying that's taking out the last liquidity here. So we should expect a more bull run on GBPJPY. So for now, when market opens, we'll tell you what the direction is saying, but I think you should expect more bull run on JPY. But you can look at anywhere around here. If the market is going to push down, so anywhere around here. So it looks as if I'm always very, I stay on the higher time frame. So for me, my work, even if I say I want to look at charts and all of those things, I will probably be attending to a customer, or is that particular time I want to, then somebody will come and appear from me, I want to do something, or I receive a mail that clearly distracts me during the day. So what I do basically is, intraday, I just monitor what's going on in the market. And when I'm back from work, I try to analyze what market, has done during the day. So what are the openings the market has created, and as I'm working too, I don't expect so much like that. So when I do my 1-4, so I try to stay on higher time frames the most, because of my work, and I think she works for me technically. So it's either that we use this breakout block here. So if market does not come down to this level on H4, so this is like a liquidity zone in this place. Markets will most likely grab this guy here and pick this guy for a continuation. So you can also watch out for this zone. So you can go down to your H1. And probably modify this entry. So anything can happen around here. So this level, we can take out this whole level and swing into this breakout block for a continuation of the buy for GPY. So I'll put that I pin down this chart so that next week when we come back, we'll see the things that what have markets eventually play out. So that's it basically. I don't think there's any other thing to look for. I think you've done for your for good GBP, EU, and GBPUSD. So you should expect much on GBPUSD. So that's it. This is, I don't think like for now, I just want to focus on the for me. And I don't get to analyze TC last week. So there's no need to go to it. So let's keep it stacked. So do anyone have anything?
Okay. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Thanks for that session. And so, guys, that is that about that for the week review. So as we go into the week, we have something to look after. As I have said earlier, we are not giving you signal here about, okay, this is what you should buy or sell this week. So you have the blueprint with you already. So you can always go back into the market to go and check out yourself and do your analysis by yourself, like your confirmation actually. So we have a kind of directional bias. Let me use the word, that's the right word actually. So we have a kind of directional bias this evening. But when the market opens, it's left to you to go back and check and get yourself some confirmation entries. That's the only way to go around that. So that will, and if you are here in this market review and you are wondering what are these guys talking, what are they saying, I don't understand. It is very quite normal. We were once like a novice like you some years ago, but that is now a history. So you can join our beginners class if you are a beginner here, you don't know anything about Forex at all, and you are wondering what are they drawing, what is moving on my screen. So we have a beginners class ongoing that you can as well participate in. Though more info about that will be available across our social media platforms. And if you are a trader here and you are also struggling to make profit currently, it is not in news that plenty of people go to the market to trade every week. Only few of us come back home during the weekend with something reasonable in our hands. The remaining people, they are there lamenting, hoping for another week to come so that they can go, and market will also beat them again. So if you want to leave that circle, as well join our advanced class where there is clarity on what to do and how to do it without any form of ambiguity. So that will be all for this weekend. Yes, in the next few hours, market will open and men will mount. So I will see you during the week, and we will carry you along. If you are not on our free signal group, you can join that through the link that will be shared along in this video. So you can join the Telegram group where we share signal for free. There you'll be seeing every directional bias analysis we've done today. You will see the actual execution on those groups. So, and it's free. It's all free. You can join the group for free. So you have access to our signal. What the kind of trade that you are taking is what you'll be taking to. And in as much as you are making money, you are making money at the same time. So that will be all for this week, and I will see you again during the week and next week. Have a productive week ahead and stay profitable. So bye guys.